Hey girls, so I'm back with another deep conditioner series, and for this episode I use the Aphogee 2-step protein treatment. So this is a very common treatment used all the time. I'm sure you've seen it before. As you know, I just finished using Living Proof and that product destroyed my hair. I already told you that I had to clip my ends a few times, and I was going to clip my ends again just to do like another trim because I have a lot of single strand knots. I have very dry, brittle ends right now, but I decided why not try this treatment, see if I can restore the health to my ends before I clip them. So I'm using the Aphogee 2-step treatment. So far I've used the first step. So this is the Aphogee 2-step protein treatment. And this treatment is used to help hair breakage, rebuild hair structure for 6 weeks, and it's ideal for color treated, relaxed, or permed hair. It helps stop breakage on even badly damaged hair when used as directed. It does caution for professional use only. I am obviously not a professional. I am trying my best to follow the instructions so that I don't cause more harm than good. So this is the first step that I've done so far in the shower. It does recommend shampooing your hair with an Aphogee product that goes with this line. So I didn't have that particular shampoo, so I did use the Colorific Texture Wash shampoo. It's still a gentle cleansing shampoo, and it's made from Aphogee. And then after shampooing, I followed up with the first step of the treatment, which is pretty much the protein treatment. Now, let me warn you, this treatment smells like barf, like straight up barf. There's a YouTuber called TGIN Dr. Dre. She describes it as ostrich vomit, and if I had ever smelled ostrich vomit, I'd probably agree. But I haven't, so I can't say that it smells exactly like that, but you get the idea. It smells like throw up, it stinks, it's horrible, it makes me personally sneeze. So you have to be like really just into your hair and care so much about your hair that you don't care about having to sit through this scent for an hour. You do sit under a hooded dryer. I did it for about an hour. It recommends you sit under until your hair becomes firm. So first, after shampooing, you apply the treatment, and you want to use a Y2 comb and comb the treatment through. As you can see, I braided each section, and after that I sat under my hooded dryer. You can see my hair is very stiff. It has no movement because as you sit under the hooded dryer, it bonds to your hair, and those bonds are what's going to help hopefully repair the damage to your hair. It's filling in those gaps and creating that protein bond that your hair needs. So your hair is very stiff. In this state, you do not want to touch, you do not want to manipulate, you do not want to do anything to your hair. You just want to let it be. So as you can see, my hair is very stiff and firm, and it is crispy, and if I did anything to my hair, it would most likely break it just because it's so dry and stiff. So I'm going to get into the shower, apply water to each section, and then I'll squeeze it and thoroughly drench each section with water before I try to remove my rubber band, before I try to remove my braid. Before I do anything, I want to make sure my hair is drenched and most of the product is removed. Now, I think most people do this with their hair down, but I feel like if you thoroughly rinse your hair and remove all the products, you will be fine. You're not going to be manipulating your hair. You're going to just be allowing the water to rinse your hair, coat your hair, and you're going to be gently squeezing all the excess product out. And then after you do that, you want to follow up with the moisture balance conditioner. Very, very important step. You want to bring the balance back to your hair after doing such an intensive protein treatment. So you definitely want to follow up with this. So this is Aphogee Balancing Moisture, and its intense moisture improves manageability, softness, and shine. The directions for this is use on wet hair to maintain moisture, detangle, and improve manageability. Apply liberally to damaged hair after shampooing. Massage gently into hair and scalp. Wait 2 minutes, rinse thoroughly, dry, and style. Use as needed, and always use immediately after Aphogee's treatment to restore softness. So this is like what's gonna bring your hair back after doing such an intensive protein treatment. So I am going to, like I said, thoroughly coat my hair with water, allow my hair to be saturated, squeeze out the Aphogee protein treatment, and when I feel like most of it is squeezed out, then I will gently remove my rubber bands, remove my braids, apply this to my hair, to each section, let it sit for 2 minutes. It doesn't recommend heat, it doesn't recommend a styling cap or anything, it just says 2 minutes. And I feel like these are professional products, so I do want to follow the instructions to a T, so that is what I will do. And then after the 2 minutes, I personally am going to go back in with my deep conditioner of choice, because I know this is a moisture balancing or balancing moisture conditioner, but I still prefer to deep condition after every wash, so I will still be deep conditioning. So after I rinse everything out and use my balancing moisturizer, I will come back to you and let you know how do my ends look. Do I feel like this treatment has helped restore the health to my hair, or do I feel like I still need to trim? I've done the Aphogee 2-step treatment that comes in 2 smaller bottles, and it doesn't require heat, and the application is so easy and seamless, but their bottles are tiny and I can only get maybe 2 uses out of it, whereas these I can use for probably a year to 2 years, just because this is a very water-based product, so it's very watery. So when you're using it, even though you're coating your hair, it's running through your hair, so you're not like using a glob of it. And then this, if you're like me and you deep condition after, you're just applying enough of it to get the moisture back, but you're not just overdoing it. So I don't think you will go through these products as quickly, but this is like for an intensive protein treatment type of conditioning. So these are great products. There are a reason why they're around and why people love them and use them, even though the smell is just like, oof, horrible. It's just horrible. It stinks. But you will rinse it out. You'll apply your conditioner, and this conditioner has a very fresh, clean scent, so it does mask that ostrich vomit. And then another thing is, the first step is very sticky. It like runs, because it's such a water-based product, it runs down your face and down your chest and gets on your clothes. So when I rinse out, I scrub my face and my body, and I use clothes that I will wash immediately. I'm not going to use something that I'm going to put back on, because I know that it's going to get on my clothes and my clothes are going to stink. So I do recommend not using like a silk robe or something that you want to keep nice. I do recommend using your like whatever clothes that you don't really care about. They're probably already stained, they might have holes in them or whatever, but whatever the case is, they're just like your clothes that you wear like when you color your hair. You know how like when you used to get your perm, you have that old t-shirt that you throw on because you wouldn't want to accidentally get perm on your good clothes, or when you color your hair, you throw on that old t-shirt because you don't care if you get dye on it. Like when you use this product, I recommend you use those same clothing items, just in case it starts to drip all over you. Like you don't really care about that outfit anyway, so if it stains or stinks or whatever the case may be, it's just an item that you're gonna like toss in the washing machine and throw in the back of your closet or your dresser and not use again until you're doing like a hair treatment. So yeah, so let's rinse this product out and let me tell you how I feel. Hey girls, so I'm back. So like I told you, I was gonna do the balancing moisturizer, leave it in my hair for 2 minutes, rinse it out, and then apply a deep conditioner. So I did that, but I just kind of wanted to let you know how your hair feels after you use the balancing moisturizer. So of course it does bring back the softness, because when you use the protein treatment, your hair is very stiff and a little brittle. So the balancing moisturizer does bring back your softness, and it allows you to manipulate your hair. But if you're low porosity, I highly recommend deep conditioning after, because as you know, with low porosity hair, it's best to use heat when you're deep conditioning. So I personally like to sit under a conditioning cap or a hooded dryer, whichever I just am more in the mood for. It depends on how hot it is and what I want to do, but I always try to use heat when I'm deep conditioning. And I tend to not just use rinse out conditioner, so I do like to always follow up with a deep conditioner. So the balancing moisturizer will bring your hair back, but I do recommend following up with a deep conditioner. Now I use my personal favorite deep conditioner, and if you've watched any of my previous deep conditioning series episodes, you know that I love the TGIN, so I did follow up with my TGIN Honey Miracle Mask, and that is in my hair currently. I am going to rinse it out. I already know that this particular deep conditioner works wonders for my hair and my texture, and just the honey as a humectant draws in the moisture. But anyways, if you want to learn more about the TGIN, make sure you check out my deep conditioner video featuring TGIN, and I go into more detail about that product. But yes, so after doing the protein treatment and the balancing moisturizer, I did apply deep conditioner. I'm going to rinse this out now. I already know that my hair is going to be perfect when I do, so I don't feel the need to show that, because I've shown that already in the video featuring TGIN. So I just want to let you know, if you're struggling and you are kind of on the verge of cutting because you don't think you can get your hair back, try a really intensive protein treatment such as this Aphogee one. See how your hair responds to it. See if you can get the strength back in your strands before cutting it. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them below. I'd be happy to help you. And as always, you can find me on Instagram at XO_Rocky. Please like, comment, and subscribe to me. I'd love to have you. But until next time, see ya.